In today's tutorial, you'll learn how to crochet this beautiful shirt. I'll be taking you step by step for absolute beginners. Now, this shirt will fit a child from 5 to 6 years. With the course of the tutorial, I'll be guiding you on how to make this bigger or smaller. And this is a complete set, so wait for the set. So wait for it at the end, okay? Now, Shalom Crocheters, welcome to my channel, ZoeCrochetR. I want to be thank you to all of my subscribers and my channel viewers. Thank you for liking and sharing my tutorials. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, ZoeCrochetR. Now, without further ado, get all your materials and let's get started. Now, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Now, let me give you the dimension of our square. It measures 8 centimeters and 8 centimeters everywhere. Okay, here we have our stars on this side, and I have the full tutorial on my YouTube channel, ZoeCrochetR. I will leave in the link in the description box below. Okay, in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you 2 ways on how to join your squares. Okay, for the heart, we use the slip stitch method, and for the star, we will use the flat slip stitch method. Okay, so you're going to choose which you think is better for you. And in my opinion, the heart is most for absolute beginners, and this is a little bit advanced, but I promise you, you can do it. You can do it. All right. Now, if you choose this method, you're going to have something like this. This is what we used to achieve this beautiful shirt. I can see it is really very beautiful, right? This is the slip stitch method. You can see from inside. I have the full tutorial on my YouTube channel, ZoeCrochetR. I'll be leaving the link to this tutorial in the description box below and on the cards up here. So if you prefer this, you can go ahead and do this tutorial and follow the instructions, and you have a beautiful shirt. Okay, now nevertheless, now let's get started. Now the squares, the heart should be up, not like this. Okay, the heart should be up, facing up, and you're going to take edges and bring it down like this. And now you remember when we're doing our squares, we had 2 chains, right? We had 2 chains here. Here we have the 2 chains, 1 and 2, and here also we have 2 chains, 1 and 2. So we're going to insert a hook in the first chain only. Now the second instruction is, if you check well, we have 2 loops. We have 2 loops on every side. On this side and on this side we have 2 loops. So we have this loop facing us and this loop inside. We have this loop inside and this loop facing us. So we are going to work in just in the loop that is outside this loop, right? We're going to work in just in this loop and in the loop that is facing the loop like this, and this one. This is where we're going to work in. So this loops inside remain inside. Now here we have the first chain. Insert your hook in that first chain. See, just 1 loop, and come here we have 1 and 2. So come just like this, and now you're going to bring your yarn over and make a slip stitch inside, both like this. That tail needs to come in front, bring it in front, and you're going to chain 1 and secure that tail. Good. And now just like that, we're going to weave this at the end. Now we're going to continue our work. We're going to come in that loop, just take it behind like this and come here. That's it, just like this. You're going to yarn over and make a slip stitch. Go back, set it, and this, yarn over and make a slip stitch. Perfect. One more time. Here we have it, just here and here. Make a slip stitch. Slip stitch. So you need to make sure that your work aligns together. So we're working stitch, see, stitch into stitch. I prefer to open my work like this. It's easier for me. Good. And we come at the end here, we have our 2 chains, 1 and 2, and here also we have our 2 chains, 1 and 2. We're going to work just in those first chains. So come here, take 1 loop, come here and take 1 loop, and yarn over, chain 1, and here we are done, and bingo. This is beautiful, right? I love this. And now we're going to begin the second method, and for this second method we're always going to start here in the corner stitch and here. Now remember, when we're doing our squares, we had 2 chains, 1 and 2, on this side 1 and 2. So here we have 1 and 2. You're going to insert your hook in that second chain, working just in the working just in the back loop of that chain, and you're going to bring in your yarn, bring your chain in front and chain 1 to secure. Good. Now I'm going to come here also where we have the 2 chains on this other side, 1 and 2. We're going to come in that second chain, working just in the back loop, yarn over and make a slip stitch. And this your working yarn, this will be down in between those squares, and you're going to come this other side, working just in the back loop, working just in the back loop. Insert your hook in the back loop and come on this side, on that same stitch on the other side, insert your hook there. You're going to yarn over and pull off loops. You're going to repeat the same process. Come, take just the back loop and come on the other side, take just the back loop, yarn over and slip stitch. Repeat the same process. Back loop, back loop, slip stitch, back loop. I see the position of the yarn, back loop, yarn over and slip stitch, back loop, back loop, yarn over, slip stitch, cut, and see, this is beautiful, right? And this is what gives us this is what we call the flat slip stitch. See, it's beautiful. So we're just going to repeat this same process, and I'll meet you here to show you how we're going to introduce the next squares. Okay, so keep on working and I'll meet you here. And there we go. This is what we have been doing. This is my working yarn. I'll use the yellow yarn just for demonstration. Now we still have our 2 chains here. We're going to work just in 1 chain. So in this first chain here, that first chain, go there and come on this other side, take the other first chain and slip stitch. And now we're going to introduce our next squares. Okay, the chain 2 space, always the same spot. You're going to take your yarn and you're going to take your and you're going to take your work and you're going to look for those chains 1 and 2 and work in that second one up, the one up, set your there, and come on this other side also. Here we have our 2 chains 1 and 2, work in the one that is up there, and now you're going to yarn over and pull all of those loops inside. And from here is the same process. Got it. And come here. See, we're just repeating the same process. Good. And this is work. Really very beautiful. And now this is just everything we're going to be doing. This is now the length of our shirt, right? So it means that as we are working, we're increasing our squares the same way. Okay, we're increasing and we're going to just keep on joining the same way. Now this is the length of our shirt. We're going to keep on working until we have the length of our shirt. Okay, here we have been working, and for this particularity, our shirt in front here, there's something that I want to show you. So here we're going to add the other square, but for this other part that's going to be for the opening, we're going to undo a good, we're going to undo this. Oops. So we're going to come now and insert our hook bed here. For this front piece, we're going to go ahead and chain 3, and this chain 3 represents our first stitch. In that same stitch, you're going to make 1 more double crochet. Don't make the corners, just allow it like this. Yarn over, and in the next stitch, a double crochet, and into the next stitch, a double crochet. Okay, now you know the pattern already. You're going to make 1 double crochet everywhere. You come here, you create your corner, and you make your corner, you make a double crochet, make your corner, and you're going to end here. Okay, you're going to end here, and you work with like this. You're going to stop here, and you're going to stop here with 2 double crochet in the space, not the corner, only 2 double crochet as we did here. Okay, so go ahead and complete this. Okay, this is it. So see, I did just 2 here, and I continue 1. I did my corner, I continued, I did my corner, so I have just 2 corners completed. And this other side also, I just, in this last corner here, I did just 2 double crochet. Okay, and this is going to be like this. Now I just wanted to show you this, so go ahead and continue, and I'll meet you at the end here. Okay, and here we are, we've been working and working, and yep, now we get the top here. When we are done, when we have achieved our length, we have 2 chains here. We're going to work in that first chain, and the second chain also. So when we finish our work, we work now in both chains and chain 1 and fasten off. Here we are done. Yeah, we are done with this side. This is the length. Once we are done connecting this way, we're going to turn our work. Okay, and now we're going to start connecting this other side, and it is the same procedure. All right, so we'll always start on this first chain, so 1 and come in the other chain, so 1 2 come there, and you're going to come. See, you can also slip stitch or do the other method or something, and 1 2 slip stitch, slip stitch, and you're going to repeat the same process. The direction of the yarn is very important. Direction of your thread, you need to always work on that. So you're going to repeat this, just repeat this, and I'll meet you here. Okay, so keep on working. Now, here we are. When we work on get here, we have the one chain that we're leaving on the side, So you're going to come here and insert your hook on that chain that we left. And we're going to yarn over and pull, and now we have to cross and come to this other side. We're going to repeat the same thing here. That first chain that we're leaving, insert your hook there. That one chain that was left, yep, go there, and there's the other one also on this other side, go there, and make that slip stitch. Here we go. Good. And we're going to just repeat the same sequence. Good. And this is how we're going to work in. You're going to work, you see, that's really very well. Now this is how we're going to work in. You're going to repeat this. When you get here, you fasten off your yarn, you come on this other line, you repeat, you work, and yep, you're just going to repeat this. And once you're done with this, we're going to meet for the next part of our work. Okay, so go ahead and finish. Okay, here we are. We have our 2 front pieces set, and you see this side, we do the same thing also on this other side. Exactly. Okay, so you can see that they are all the same. And now for the next part of our work, we're going to join these two together. So we're going to start here, down here, and come and work, and we are going to stop here. Okay, where we do the reduction, we're going to stop here, and here we have our stitch marker. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here. Make sure you count your stitches. I'm going to stop here. Now, if this was the back piece, we are not going to have this this reduction here. For the back piece, all the squares are the same, okay, and we join also like this for the back piece, exactly like this, and the back piece gives us something like this. So this is our back piece, and you see it is this two together. You understand now? Yep. And now for the back, after we finish doing the back piece, when I had to do 2 rows of single crochet, you can see 1 and 2 rows of single crochet. You're going to do the same thing. Once you finish joining your back piece, you're going to go and do 2 rounds of single crochet, and that'll be that for the back piece. Now only for the front piece, before we start joining, let's just take this off. You're going to go ahead to make 1 round of single crochet, okay? This is just for the front piece. This particularity is just for the front piece. You can see on this other side, we already have our single crochet round. So let's start this. Now since we want our single crochet to be on the right side, we're going to turn our work and come at bottom here and chain 1, and in that same space you're going to make 1 single crochet. I'm going to work in each of those stitches. Come here, I want to work along my tail and make a single crochet. You're going to repeat making 1 single crochet, and I'll meet you here. You can walk and get here. We're going to come there and make two single crochet here. 1 and 2, and come here, make just 1 single crochet there, and come in this other space and make 2 single crochet there. 1 and 2. And now come on this other side and single crochet. Now this is the best time for you to walk along all those steps. We have something like this. Now we're going to repeat the same sequence in each of our corners. We're making 2 single crochet. Don't forget that. We're going to walk, you come all. We're going to repeat this. You walk all, you walk, and you turn, you walk, you repeat, and you are also going to walk here, and I'll meet you here to show you how you're going to walk the space. Okay, so come walk here. Okay, we get here. When we get here, that's what we're going to do. Make a double crochet on that double crochet, and come down here, try to make a double crochet. Okay, try to work on the double crochet, make 1 single crochet and another single crochet, and in there you're going to make 2 single crochet, and make a single crochet. I just wanted to show you how you're going to work this. I just wanted to show you how you're going to work the space. So go ahead and finish this, and I'll meet you here. So let's go. Now we get here. We're going to make 1 more single crochet. In the beginning we did just 1, so complete it. Come on that first stitch and make a slip stitch, chain 1, and fasten off your yarn. Now we're going to join. And now we're going to start joining our work. So you have to go back and set that stitch marker. So you must have counted your stitches, so it should be the same stitch. And you're going to come down. You're going to come down now and start slip stitching. Okay, slip stitch, and you stop here where we have the stitch marker on which of the next part of our work. Alright, so go ahead. Okay, this is what we're doing of slip stitch. Get here, I'm taking off my stitch marker. I'm going to chain one. Fasten up again. And this remain open for the moment. And now for the next part of our work, we're going to go ahead and measure the neckline. So we need the measurement for the neckline, and I'm doing for a try for 5 to 6. My measurement is 12.5, exactly 12.5 centimeters. And in here I have a total of 31 stitches, and here I have 28 stitches. Shoulders must be the same, 28, 28 and 31. Now once this is done, we're going to start turning. Now you want to turn this piece, this back piece, you're going to turn it like this. Okay, let the wrong side face you, and you're going to bring in the front piece. Let the right side be facing you like this. Okay, now you're going to count. I start counting from here. Okay, we'll do the 2 single crochet. You're going to count 28 stitches. Okay, because here we have 28 stitches, here also we must have 28 stitches, and I already counted my stitches. So in that number 28 stitch, I'm going to insert my stitch marker, and you're going to come here also on this other end and insert your stitch marker. Marked, and this is marked. So now we're going to start joining. We're going to join from the back side. So I want to turn your work and raise those shoulders up. Take off the stitch marker. And we are joining. You see where we did the 2 single crochet, right? The stitches are the extremes. So we're going to work in those stitches at the extremes. Go there and insert your hook. Insert your hook there. Hook that thing. And we're going to make in that chain in front, chain 1. And we're going to slip stitch here using the slip stitch method. So we're working both loops. So insert your hook in this loop, and this other side, go there, yarn over, and make a slip stitch. Make sure you're working stitch into stitch. Your stitches must align. So you're working both loops like this, both loops. Slip stitch. Slip stitch. Slip stitch. And from the right side, it's going to look like this. Okay, so you're going to keep on working, and you stop here where we have the stitch marker. So you stop where you have the stitch marker, and come also on the other side, and on this other side you start here, and end here we have the stitch marker, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. Okay, so keep on working. And now for the next part of our work, we're going to go ahead and join our sleeves. So we're always going to start there. Good. And this is how we are always going to attach our sleeves. So for the sleeves, we're going to get here, we fasten off our yarn, and we introduce the third one. Okay, and once you're done with it, you need to have two exactly like this. So once you have done joining the 3 squares, of course, you're going to go ahead and make 1 round of single crochet all around. You can see we did 1 round of single crochet. So you're going to do this all around, and that'll be that for our sleeves. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, here we are. We have our, this is beautiful, right? Yep. Now once we have both sides, once we have our shoulders joined, we're going to go ahead and lay our work down like this. We're going to bring in our, like this, and we're going to bring in our sleeves. So we need 2 exactly. So of course after this you want to have to do the single crochet row exactly as I said. And now I have already counted my stitches, so I start from here in this chain 2 space, and I count to the other side. And yep, and here I already counted my stitches. I have a total of 62 stitches. So I'm just going to lay down my work like this, and I'm going to use here this shoulder part where we did the seaming as my point of reference, and I'm going to count. So this side we're going to count 31 stitches, and on this side we're going to count 31 stitches. Okay, 31 stitches. So my stitches are already counted. On that 31 stitch, I set my stitch marker and mark, and I set my stitch marker and mark, and I'll do the same thing also on the second, and I'll do the same thing on the second sleeve. And once this is achieved, we're just going to fold our work like this, and we're going to slip stitch. We start in this very first stitch, bring our work like this, and we slip stitch exactly as we did here. You see, as we worked in the back part, the back side of our dress, that's the same thing we're going to make for our sleeves. So go ahead and finish this, and we're going to meet for the next part of our work. Okay, so keep on working. And yep, can you see that sewing, and the other side also is sewing, and here we go. And hold the work like this. Just going to give it this. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is amazing. Now for the next part of our work, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch, starting from the sleeve and stop at the side here. I will come on this other side also and do the same thing. Slip stitch starting from here, a sleeve, and end here. Okay, and we are still doing the slip stitch method. So you start here, hold your work, and good. So go ahead and move to the next part of our work. Okay, so and here we go. Wow, this is beautiful. At this level your work should look like this. I will advise you each time you finish, give it a little to stretch. Okay, and make sure, and one more thing, while you're slip stitching, don't make your stitches very tight. Okay, never side. Now we're going to start working on the ribbon part. So we're going to start under here, under our arm. Good, go there, insert your hook there, insert your hook. Good. Need to bring your yarn. I'm going to go ahead and chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have 8 chains here. I'm going to start working in that second chain. So I'm going to insert your hook in that second chain, make a single crochet into the next chain, into the next chain, make a single crochet. That's number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I'm going to work in the very first chain, number 7. At this first end of this first, we should have a total of 7 single crochet. I'm going to come in this next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. I'm going to make a slip stitch. So set your hook, make the first slip stitch, into the next stitch, make a slip stitch, and you're going to turn your work. And for this pattern, we're going to work in the back loops, So here we have those 2 slip stitches, 1 and 2. You don't work there. Come and start working that first single crochet. Go in the back loop and make a single crochet. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and to work the last stitch, we're going to work in both loops, and number 7. We're going to repeat, chain 1, and turn your work, and we're always going to start working in both loops. The first chain is always worked in both loops, working both loops, and now from the second chain you work in the second, you work just in the back loop. Number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come in those 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and slip stitch. Slip stitch 1 and slip stitch 2. Repeat the same sequence, turn your work, and you skip those and come in the very first single crochet in the back loop. That's number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, and to work number 7, work in both loops. Chain 1, 2, and I'm going to repeat the same sequence. And then yeah, both stitches, those 2 stitches, slip stitch, slip stitch, chain hook. And yep, we're just going to repeat this sequence all for this hem of our dress. And if you want it longer, you're going to make more chains. Okay, so we're going to work this all over and on middle here. Now you can, if you want the stitches to be long, you're just going to make more chains. Okay, so repeat this and on middle at the end here. We're going to have an opening here. I'll teach you how to close that. Okay, so go ahead. And yeah, we have been working. Okay, and now we get here, this end here, we're going to have an opening like this, and we have to close it. So you're just going to hold your work. Okay, we're going to close it from inside. Just bring it like this. And yeah, also you can also sew it in. So you're just going to go stitch into stitch. I'm going to make a slip stitch. There's a slip stitch. And yep, my goodness, this is beautiful. That's what it looks like. Now the next part of our work, we're going to come. Now for the next part of our work, we're going to work on the sleeves. So you see, start under here. It's going to be hard. Just count just. And here we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 chains. And of course you can make it longer, okay, or shorter if you want. Depends on the look you're going for. And 5. And the next stitch, against a slip stitch, and the next stitch, against a slip stitch, and pattern already. I'm just going to repeat this and I'm going to make this on both sleeves. Okay, so repeat this and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. Okay, make sure I work with me till and make sure I work with me till the end. Okay. Yep. Now we're going to work. Now we're going to work the collar here. Now we're going to come here. We're going to try our best to come up with 5 stitches for the length. Yep. So come here and that's first stitch here inside your hole there. Go ahead and chain 1. And in that same stitch you're going to make your first single crochet. That's number 1 single crochet. You need a total of 5. And come in here, just here. Make number 2. Here. Make number 3. Come here. Make number 4. And here, this last side. And make number 5. Good job. There we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets. We're going to turn our work and we're going to repeat our pattern. And here we're going to start working the very first, in the very last single crochet. So try to push it and look for it. Go there and make it. Good job. Make the first the first single crochet, number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And you're going to come here and slip stitch in those 2 stitches. Slip stitch 1 and slip stitch 2. And you're going to turn your work. And 1. At the end here you should have a total of 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I'll change my hook here. I want to use a smaller size hook. I want to continue with this. This was the number I was working with. I'll continue with this one. And we're just going to repeat our pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oops, the last one, 5. Always have 5 single crochet and come on those, make a slip stitch 1 and 2, and you know the pattern now. You're just going to repeat this and I'll meet you at the top. Okay, so you're going to repeat this pattern and you're going to stop up here. Okay, so keep on working. And this is what this looks like. Yeah, now we're going to start this other side, and you're going to try to count to also work in 5 stitches. I'm going to overlap it on this other side, so just come beneath here, under here, right, and I'm going to 1 2 3 4. Yeah, here also on this side we need 5 stitches. So this is the first, just out of the first and come in that second. See, I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to make a single crochet in that space. So you can see what I'm doing. I can single crochet there. That's single crochet number 1. I need 5. Come here and make single crochet number 2. Single crochet number 3. Single crochet number 4. And on that stitch you're going to go there and make single crochet number 5. Here we have our 5. Here we have our 5 single crochet. We're going to come now here on this side, and those 2 stitches we're going to make a slip stitch. Slip stitch. And into the next stitch you're going to slip stitch, and you're going to turn your work, and you're going to come and start working in those 5 stitches below here. So this is the first, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, this is number 5 here, and number 5. Now you have to chain 1. Remember on this side also you have to chain 1. Okay, that's a little correction I have to make for this. Chain 1 also here and turn your work. You turn your work, and you're going to go back in that first stitch, working both loops. Working both loops, make the first single crochet and make the second, I make the third, I make the fourth, and you make the 5th, and 2 slip stitch on the sides, 1 and 2. I know the pattern now, and I'm always going to overlap like this. So you're going to repeat this and on middle at the top here. Okay, so keep on working. Alright, now this is what the color looks like. It's beautiful, right? Yep. Now unlike this other side, when we got here we fasten off a yarn, right? For this other part you're not going to fasten off a yarn. Here we're going to make a long chain that's going to serve for our collar. So I'm going to chain a total of 18 chains. 1 2 3 4. I have a total of 18 chains here. So in each of those other chain you're going to make a single crochet. Single crochet. So you're going to go ahead and make a single crochet, and I'll meet you at the end here. And here we are, we completed this. Now we have a total of 17 single crochet, and we're going to come in that first single crochet and make a slip stitch, and then to the next slip stitch, and you're going to turn your work as usual, and we're just going to repeat our pattern. Single crochet, the last stitch, we're going to make the last single crochet. Going to make the last single crochet. I will not chain one, I'll just turn my work. Now if you want to chain one, go ahead and chain one. Okay, I chain one just here, right here, but I really don't want to chain one. I'll just turn my work and just repeat the pattern. Crochet, and those 2 stitches, you can just slip stitch and slip stitch. You know the pattern now. Yep, so you know the pattern now. You're going to go up and come back down and slip stitch, and just keep on working, and I'll meet you at the end of our work. Okay, so go ahead. And thank you so very much for working with me. Here we have our beautiful shirt, and in here I did just I had to undo it back, and I did but 12. I thought the 18 was just too much, so in here I have a total of 11 single crochet. My collar measures 4 centimeters. And we have the matching short. That's the back, and here we have the front, and we have the full tutorial on my YouTube channel, ZoeCrochetR. So do what you check this and do yours. Okay,